Yeah.
Weezy out
Back home smoking legal.
All right, welcome back to the potty. Flip. We're in the second quarter of 2024 and we're shooting our first potty AG.
Had all the plans to shoot our first one in January, but yeah, like we're going to talk about, being a busy 3 months for us.
Very hard. On our whiteboard, like from last Christmas, it says potty January, February, March, April, or at least shoot one once like every 2 months. But yeah, this is our first one. So but we've been busy. Hey, bro, we've been busy as.
Busy as, man. I'm sure everyone's sort of been following our journey the last 3 months on our through our socials and that, seeing what we've been doing, what we've been getting up to. But yeah, it's just good to get back to our first one. And
Yeah, and we've got a special guest today too, man.
That's our sound effects.
My man Ed, Sapos.
Yo, what's happening, guys?
How you going, Edwin?
Hey, Mr. Edwin. Boring. You want to introduce yourself, Sapos?
Yeah, of course. My name's Edwin Asotasi. Most of the boys, they call me Eddie. I find that more relaxing as opposed to using Edwin. I think that's a school for school days.
Background.
Yeah. New Zealand, Samoan, born and proud. But now I'm residing in Sydney, Australia. So kind of been here for 21 years, I think.
20 deep, eh?
So I think,
That's
I left.
That's all of us, eh?
Yeah, I left
We're
when I was
20.
17.
What are you? Are you
I'm coming up to 30, man.
Holy, you're kangaroo, G.
Yeah.
Sorry? hey, I love Australia, man, but don't ever.
Don't ever.
Don't ever put me in that category.
I love Australia, man, but come on.
Yeah. But Samoan, New Zealand born Samoan.
Yeah.
Been living here for 20 years now.
20 plus years now.
Yeah.
So since been here since 2001. Obviously, like most of the Kiwi young boys that are coming through, you know, obviously the ambition to get over here and play some footy.
Yeah.
What type of footy are you playing? League, rugby?
League.
Okay.
I'm a union boy, so you know I went to St. Peter's College over in Epsom, so I played union for the first 15 over there.
Yeah.
But sometimes in the weekend I was doing the sneaky early morning game over at Maris.
Oh, Maris. Yo, Saints, eh?
The Maris
My man.
Saints. So shout out to
For
Maris
those
Saints.
of you guys who don't know, like Ed's brother. Mangrease Hawks over here. Mangrease Hawks.
Hey,
Anyway,
Mangrease Hawks.
for those of you guys who don't know, Ed's older brother Roy, he used to run around a little bit. You could,
Everyone should know, man.
yeah, of course.
Everyone should know him.
I was being
Bulldogs.
sarcastic. Everyone should know who Roy is. So yeah, that's Ed's brother. So yeah, you guys grew up playing league at Maris.
Yeah, we're Mangry boys for starters, you know what I mean? And I think obviously Mangry East Hawks is a gun team, and we were actually.
Can you say that again?
Mangry East Hawks is a gun team, so I get my props out there, you know what I mean? Mangry boy, regardless. So, but you know, we went to school out west, you know, Marsland College. Roy played there for a number of years before he made.
When did you and Roy, or did Roy come over first? Did
Roy
he get
came
scouted?
over first. He finished school early. He didn't finish school early. He finished in '99. Got the contract to come over and play down at the Bulldogs, and then obviously 2 years later, I made the move over. So I was fortunate enough that I was able to link up with Roy through that channel as well. So I always wanted to play union per se, but the opportunity to kind of get out of New Zealand. I took that opportunity.
Because you guys had a good team at St. Peter's. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Nick 4.
Yeah, all those guys were there. Nick 4 and then
Ace.
left early and he went to Kings.
Yeah.
But
Did he?
Yeah, he went Kings down there. But otherwise, yeah, it was a gun team. We had a 2000 team. I was still a young guy coming through. I think I was playing first 15 at 15. But I to be honest, I was a leaguey. So when I switched to St. Peter's, I actually didn't know much about this first 15 that they were talking about that we know back then and what we know today as, you know what I mean? It's just next level, especially when you're coming through high school. So shout out to St. Peter's and that 2000 team. But that's
Who were you
me.
playing for when you came to Sydney?
I was playing down at the Bulldogs. I got contracted there with the Canterbury Bulldogs. I was staying at the Bulldogs Academy House.
What year was this, bro?
It was back in 2002 season and the 2003.
Any players that we would know that you
Yeah.
So
It was my first year when I got there in the house, the Academy House. I was there with JT, Jonathan Thurston, Nate Miles, and one of the boys that I came over with, Sonny Bill. So it was a good little crew. Obviously, like,
No, not a bad crew, bro.
I mean, looking back now, you know what I mean? That was
Right,
that was a house of doom,
Yeah.
if anything. So I wish I had taken it upon myself to learn a little bit more from those dudes, man. Maybe I would have been somewhere there. But it's all good. That's history, bro. That's history. We're moved on.
So you went from there. Did you stay at the Dogs or no?
No,
you went to the Dragons.
Yeah. I ended up moving over to the Dragons. I had an opportunity there. That was a little bit hard. Training was down in Wollongong. I was living out in Liverpool, making a trek down there every day, training for that 7-8 hours. Sorry, you know, like everyone else, you know, down at 8 o'clock, ready to start your day, 4 o'clock, make your way home. And I was too tired to drive home sometimes, man. So you're just there, just, you know, driving away and, you know, the eyes closing. But yeah, it was a good experience. I was fortunate enough to train and play with a few of the guys from that 2004 and 5 Dragons team. You know, I think at one stage they were like one of the best teams ever assembled in that roster. So, you know, I think they had a lot of New South Wales players in that team. I think those were all the Coopers, Gazniers.
Where's
Where's Nagama? Ben Hornby at the back.
Had a gun team then too.
Yeah, Sean Timmins and even Nathan Long was over there playing, and that was cool. That was I loved Nathan Long when he was playing there.
So, like, talking about your league career, obviously injuries played a big, massive part in you, like, leaving the game. And
I mean, no one ever plans for injuries and stuff, you know. And I think when I was 18, I had a knee recur, and I didn't think too much of it. You know what I mean? I felt that I was at my fittest at that point when I did it, and I thought that I could pretty much bounce back. Like most Polynesians, you just kind of take it as you go, and I kind of just was so blasé, laid back about
plan
it.
B,
you know?
no plan B.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
us,
mean,
eh?
yeah, no plan B.
Just plan A, man.
You know. So, and then I did pick up a couple of smaller injuries, knee injuries on the same knee, 3 or 4 times. So I had a couple of ops, and I think in 2005 I kind of stepped away, and I was 21 at that time, but I just assumed that I would get back in. I just thought, you know, take a little break, but then, you know, life gets ahead of you, and here we are.
Yeah.
You know,
So fast forward from your league days, and then obviously, you know, how we met, and, you know, you and Roy, fast forward maybe 5 to 10 years from there, then you, Roy, get into the fitness space with F45.
Yeah. I mean, I was initially in the hospitality industry first, and then, you know, when I hit 30, I was like, you know, maybe you need to switch it up, and ended up in the fitness space. You know, I thought I'd always touch back to the fitness, and, you know, obviously the footy career and things like that. You know, health was always important to me. And so the opportunity was there with another Bulldogs boy, Daniel Conn, and me and him linked up, and he was talking to me about what he was involved in at the time back in 2014. And funny enough, it's this F45, and then over time we decided, you know, I spoke to Roy. Roy was over playing in England with Warrington, and he was looking to finish up, and I thought it was
So after he left South, he went, that's right.
Yeah. In 2014-15, Roy did a stint with Warrington Wolves over the Super League, and I knew that, you know, eventually he was going to make his way back, and I was looking at a way to kind of get out of the hospitality industry, and this fitness thing just popped up, and I put it forward to Roy, and you know, we did a couple of years there from that point on. You know, and F45 is, as you know, what you've seen around globally, you know, since 2013,
kind of took the world by storm
yeah.
around that 2010, 11 era. Eh?
Well, I think that was also at a time when social media was kind of had a big drive as well. You know, Instagram was starting to become the cool app, you know, on top of Facebook. So I think that was also a way of an opportunity for that F45 kind of got out there as well. So.
Sorry, it wasn't 2011. It was 13, 14, eh?
Yeah, 2013 F45 started. 2014 was myself and Roy got involved, and then 2015 was when we actually opened
In North Para.
Yeah, out at North Para.
Shucks. So yeah, fitness is obviously a big, like important to you in your life and what you do now, especially with mental health and you know, especially being Polynesians too, our families. Like I think we've had this conversation over in Bali when you said like you want to sort of set the tone and set a good example for not only your parents and your family, but the kids. You know, like just in terms of nutrition and looking after themselves.
Well, I mean, like I think it's in most of us anyway. We know as we grow older, you know, we're not as strong as or as young as we were before, but you know, your health is something important you always want to push. And I mean, you see it through your parents. You know, when I see my parents and stuff, I always just try and encourage them, you know, whether it's just a walk or even, you know, joining the gym with them so that, you know, we can go down together, you know what I mean? So those are some of the things that I try and do, at least, you know, from, you know, my parents' point of view. But like you were saying, with the kids these days, you know what I mean, stuck on iPads, on their phones and whatnot, it's trying to encourage them to get active, you know what I mean? You know, it's kind of reverse, right? Where when we were younger, we were always outdoor and, you know, parents had to pull us in. You know, now it's the other way around. You're trying to get them to go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, joining the gym, seeing a lot of the young kids in the gym, you know, in packs after school, doing their training. You know, sometimes they're taking the machines up longer than I'd wish. But, you know, I'd prefer them to be in the gym doing the work than outdoors running amok or doing something they shouldn't be doing.
I think any type of movement, like it doesn't always have to be a gym or like
No,
high
of
intensity
course.
workouts. Like obviously we like CrossFit and what that brings, a short amount of time, a high intensity workout, you get the value for it in terms of time wise, because we're so time poor now as adults. But like movement, any type of movement.
Nah, but we understand. We understand what it does for us.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally,
Right.
you know, emotionally. We understand what that fitness does for us. So by us trying to push it onto other people, we know what they're going to gain from it. You know what I mean? So I guess that's where it's trying to come from in that terms of what these guys or kids, parents, anyone can get from it. You know
Anyone,
what I mean? So that's always been a big part of our life. So why not try and push it on to these other guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess that's why we've been busy over these last couple of months. Like this is our first potty we're shooting, obviously, but we've done so much travel in a short amount of time. Like, obviously, you guys would have seen all the travel that we did last year. It was insane. But just from now till April, it was insane, eh?
Remember, I think at the back end of the year when we try to finish up with Christmas, we were trying to like plan our year a little bit better this year in terms of travel and that. Because like last year, I felt like we done a lot of traveling, which was cool, but it was sort of like hard and fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where this year, I really wanted to just sit back and enjoy it a bit more. You know what I mean? So what we were saying, so. That didn't turn out the way that we thought it was going to turn out, but it is what it is.
It
Just
is
keep,
what it is,
you know what I
Like
mean? Just keep
this
going.
is our first potty back, but we thought we'll just get together, shoot the breeze. Obviously, introduce Ed. He's in the fold now with us at the Hype Lab. Cut man still behind the camera there. Moldy boy's there. He's eating his wine gums. But
we know why we put Ed on here. Because you got us all the views on the vlog, bro. So we need extra views for this one. So we just put them in.
I'll take it.
While we're here, I just want a quick shout out to Timmy from FTP in New Zealand. He gave us some goodies here, so I just want to promote his stuff. They pump the push gummies, creatine gummies, and he just gave us some wristbands and obviously their tape. So shout out to Timmy from FTP and also Mushashi, who don't sponsor us, but if you want to throw us 10 grand, man,
these are bad.
help us.
I don't like the price.
Me. Okay, so getting back to why we've been busy. Shaz, Mark and I, we shot over to Oceania games. That was in February this year. We've been to go shoot some content and obviously catch up with Teacher and Lisa. Oceania games, eye-opener.
Yeah, man. That was cool, bro. I haven't been home in a while. But actually just going to that competition, just seeing our people, man. The culture, bro, you just feel it. You walk in there, like, because it was Oceania Cup, bro, you just see everyone ripping, the islands.
So if those of you who don't know what Oceania Cup is, it's a CrossFit competition, but it's like you rep your culture or your nation. So it's like all the Pacific nations, all the Oceania nations. So Fiji, Tonga, Samoa, Cook Islands, Niue, the Maldives. But I just feel like they do it different back home, mate. We always do things different.
It's the vibe, bro.
The vibe.
Just typical island.
It's relatable for us, you know what I mean? We can just walk in and you just know.
Just know.
But everyone comes one hundies, you know what I mean? Like when you're flying your flag, it's just different, bro.
Yeah.
There's no fear.
Yeah.
There's nothing. No embarrassment. No
embarrassment. Nothing. It was just we'll run it straight all day, man. If I'm wearing 685, I can best believe I'm running it straight. G. Yeah, so it was cool to see that. And
Oceania, where did we go after that?
We were leading into March, and actually, before we talk about that, let's talk about our 75, but after January 1st, we had our last drink. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So me and the bro, we had a drink New Year's Eve, just to, have a little piss up, enjoy the year, pat ourselves on the back for an awesome year. And then we just decided when we were drinking, we're like, you know what? I think after today, this will be our last drink for a little while. Let's jump on our health challenge. And then we messaged this guy the next day. He was like, yeah, sweet king. So we just decided to eat clean. Moldy just came back from Queensland with his wife and kids, and he was like, oh, bro, I'm on too. So we just ate clean for like 3 months, eh?
But you know the best. So I like when we introduced Ed into this challenge, and then he came back with his list. Remember his list? Remember his list?
Oh, bro.
Tell him about the
that.
list.
Yeah.
Tell him about the list.
Hey, look, you know what I mean? I was trying to, I was just trying to go off your structure. You know what I mean? You guys wanted systems in place, structure. I just thought you wanted
Certainly.
structure as well.
I go to this guy, I go, gee, are you keen for a challenge? Like, you know, like eating clean and get off the piss, you know?
just some
sign
simple
up,
things,
man. Just
simple
some
things,
simple
just,
things. And to us, what does that mean? It's just like eating clean, like turning up to the gym.
Turn up to
This
training.
guy sends us a message.
Daily habits.
Yeah, he sends us a message the next day. All right, we're gonna test our 40-yard dash, test our Bronco,
1 RMs.
test out 1 RM. What the fuck?
In my defense, sorry, that's how I run challenges, bro. Sorry, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
If
That's
you
how I
want that
run
type
it.
of challenge, man,
Hey,
come
want
talk
to
to this
smoke,
guy.
eh?
Just a miscommunication, that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
But hey, it's good for the first one, eh?
Yeah,
Just,
but yeah, just to bring it back to the reason why we started it, we thought, look, we go hard for 3 months, and then at the end of 3 months, we'll reward ourselves. And it just happened to be like in March, it was Ed's 40th. This guy was heading over to Bali anyway with his wife, and then we just said, bro, should we just go over and join Mark in Bali for your 40th? You're not doing anything. And then you were like, yeah, sweet, you know, just to enjoy that 3 months of
Bali's
good
home,
eating and
man. Second
and,
home.
Yeah, Bali's just
What about Bali, mate?
yeah. So
It's good.
that's where we came back from Oceania, had a crack, training hard, eating good, staying off the piss, and then March, then we went to Bali.
Yeah.
Bali was awesome, bro.
yeah, Bali
it was
was
boring.
It was boring as.
so boring. So boring.
It was boring as, but yeah, I'll just tell the story about Bali because obviously you've spent a bit of time over there.
Yeah, I've done a couple of stints in Bali. In most cases, I always go for like a month or 2 months and stuff because
Oh.
I just love it and it's affordable. Plus, there's a lot of the Kiwi boys are over there living. You know what I mean? So it's an opportunity to catch up and you know do whatnot. But this time, we only decided to go for 6 days. But I felt like this was
hard and fast. Like we'll
Yeah.
go catch up with Mark and Masha, but essentially we'll just be going to train.
yeah.
Celebrate your 40th.
Yeah, but I actually thought in the past I've gone for a long period, but I actually felt that the 6 days we did a lot and it was a lot more filling for me, you know what I mean? So I felt like, this was enjoyable for me opposed to the month or 2 months I've done in the past.
Turning 40. Anything?
number, eh?
Yeah,
It's just a number, just like Mark. I don't know. I know. I mean, I suppose when you look at 40 back in the days when you see our parents, it looks a little bit different. You know, they were on the grind, but you know, not that we're not. But I mean, at 40, you obviously your circle becomes smaller, and I suppose you know, experience teaches you a lot. So, if anything, I'm looking forward to my 40s. You know, a lot of mistakes done before this, but you know, hey. That's
Can't
part
change
of
the
learning,
past,
eh?
man. We can't change
it.
the past, bro.
40 is the new 30,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Yeah, I know. I actually feel 30. You know what I mean?
That's why I still
the
feel
funny
like
thing, you know
25,
what I mean?
yeah,
I feel
good.
I feel 30, you know what I mean? Would I still pick up 30 is another question. But
Nah, but you know, we always talk about this. Like, we can't change the past, but you can definitely change the narrative for how the story ends.
yeah,
you know?
for sure.
So,
100%.
I feel like we're in a position now where we're 40 and we're thriving, we're living, we're enjoying our business, we're enjoying training, enjoying each other's company, our loved ones. And that's why Bali was so enjoyable, bro. Cause And for Mark and Masha, they always they've been to Bali a couple times, but they kind of just sort of stick to what they know, which is like hotel, pool, go out for dinner, massages, and then go back to
Local
hotels.
and back,
But then when they were hanging out with us, they were like, fuck, we're on the
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, you and I just on the scooters,
Got to find a sunset.
yeah, find a
We're chasing-
sunset.
Chasing another boring sunset, eh?
Chasing the sunset.
Nah,
man.
but you know what, bro? That was cool, man. That's cool for me and Marsh because obviously we've been there 5 times now. And we usually just go there just to do nothing.
Just to do nothing.
You know what I mean? Just relax.
And that's not a bad thing. Just in
Nah,
case
well,
of-
that's what we usually
You know
do.
what
But
I mean?
obviously, with you guys being there, it was cool too. And then, like always, you know, this guy message up, hey man, we're going down here, chasing another boring sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
Let's go. But it was cool for us because we got to see those stuff. You know, what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
that's good.
obviously we've been there a lot of times, but we've never been to all these places that you guys took us to.
Yeah.
And then you know, like even like the last, I think after you guys left, we still had 2 more days there.
Yeah.
But we were gone, man. We done nothing. we're just tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
just
like
to
we were
pull
pretty
back,
much like training in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll go get a coffee or whatever, hang out. Then we'll go do our things. Then we'll hook up again in the Arvo, dinner, sunsets. By that time you're getting home, bro, it's like 10, man.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
10,
Training was the
11.
best there. I
That's-
thought.
yeah.
I thought training was the best, especially
was
when we
the
done your birthday walk. That was
yeah.
cool, man.
That was one thing. I mean, regardless, before we even went to Bali, was training was going to continue.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah.
As per norm. So it was good to do it there and the opportunity to do it at so many different locations as well was nice. You know, what I mean, we got to kind of see a few different
But
gyms.
you know how when people normally go on holidays and they always say, yeah, man, I can't wait. I'm going to train every day. You never train every day.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'll sit
yeah.
there, how many times I've gone there and maybe trained once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this time around, it was cool because you guys were there like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Bro, let's go train.
It's part of
and
the
yeah,
schedule.
and get around to all these cool spots. that
And
you
it
guys
was a
took
good
me.
way to end our challenge. Well, not really a challenge. It's just like
Yeah,
habits,
Nah, it was
daily
just
habits.
habits,
You know, like
setting the
coming
tone for
back
the
in.
year.
Yeah, obviously celebrating your 40th, being over there with Mark and Masha. But man, obviously the highlight was definitely the orphanage, man, for sure for me.
Oh, bro.
Hey.
100.
Bro, it was like
bro.
it was emotional time, man. Like seeing those kids, and then when they sung that
it hurt.
song.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk like because you've done that a few times,
Yeah, I
not
mean-
only in Bali but Thailand as well.
Yeah. I've done it since I've been going to Bali. So I've been doing it for 10 plus years. But one of the earlier orphanages that I did go to was the Jody Oceania Orphanage. They have recently closed up. That's how we obviously, linked up with the guys over at Chloe's Orphanage, Pastor Victor, that's, yeah. So, I mean, for me, it was always my way of giving back.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've created a environment like Bali where we can go, a holiday destination where we can go, enjoy ourselves, unwind, relax, and obviously do the things we don't need to do anything, before we get back into the everyday grind over in Sydney. So that was them giving it to us.
Yeah.
And, one of the sayings I always say is, it's better to give than it is to receive. And so that was always my point that I always made when I went to Bali, was to be able to kind of give back.
Yeah.
And the orphanage was always that.
I think I'm like you, like I've been to Bali heaps of times, but I never looked at it that way until this time around.
Yeah,
I've even been to Bali a couple of times with you.
Yeah.
But I've never gone to an orphanage. I've always just party, trained, whatever.
Yeah,
But then when
wrap
you
up.
explain, wrap up, come back and then get back on the grind. But I think this time around when you explained that to us, I was like, bro, should we go, spend some time in an orphanage? I spoke to this guy. We're like, yeah, man, that'll be cool. But I think it's a different journey for me now because obviously, what's going on in my personal life. I've just found some purpose and it means a lot more now to me. And I just saw Bali in a different light now. you know?
Yeah.
It's like what they, like you said, like they've been offering this to us for so many years. Like
Yeah.
we never give back. So this time around was cool. What did Marsh think, bro?
About the
orphanage.
orphanage. Nah, man, same thing. Just like what Ed was saying, bro. Like, obviously we go to all these places because it's for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We always go to these places.
trying to say.
So it's for ourselves, you know what I mean? We're trying to get a reset. We're trying to get a relax, you know what I mean? Like get away from what we know here. But then obviously going there and then Ed showing us it. Oh, man, that was just, that was heartwarming for myself, especially seeing the kids,
Yeah. of
knowing
course.
that they don't have anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean? They don't have anyone.
how happy are they?
And how happy, man. Like,
Yeah.
singing those songs, bro. They got me on the song.
Oh, bro.
They got me on the song. It was like-
I put my shades on and I think Ed was recording and I just sort of faded into the background like the Homer Simpson because I didn't want the kids to see me like tearing up.
But man, that was like, that filled my cup,
Yeah.
filled my heart, man, just doing that. And like, you don't realize it, like everywhere we go, there's going to be kids like that. Like everywhere you travel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Everywhere you
yeah.
travel, there's going to be places like that.
Like this. Yeah.
So for me now, it's just like, it's a goal now, man. Like everywhere we
Yeah,
go,
there we go. It literally
give back somehow, some way.
I was worried that, checking that up, there might be like clout chasing type, when people do good things and then want to pat themselves on the back for it. I was worried about that. I was conscious of the fact that you post shit like that and then people will be like, look at these guys, they go to orphanage and they want to post it up. But I was like, no, fuck it. Like, it's a new experience for me and Mark, and I just want to show how grateful I am of Bali and like, we got a good response from it. But
I guess, bro, if you're doing something that's truly from your heart,
for real.
yeah, fuck, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's why I don't worry about that shit.
Yeah.
If I know I'm doing it genuinely from my heart, giving to
Be
these
genuine.
kids, be genuine, bro. So like, that's all I think.
I think you guys have created a authentic style of who you guys are as people, and I think people have grown on that, and to show things like that is even more so like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. I agree, bro.
Well, we already told you thank you how many times, but yeah, man.
yeah.
That, like, honestly, bro, thank you for that experience,
man.
bro. Because it changed Bali trip for us, but it changed my perspective as well.
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
So, nah,
Bro, for
Seki.
sure, man.
What else have we been up to? Oh, yeah, we done the markets.
Yeah, talk about the markets.
Yeah,
The Pack
yeah.
Fives. Fuck,
Pack
that was
Fives,
bad.
Pacifica, shout out to Pacifica
Yo.
for having us. It was the last night of the market for Pack Fives. So we decided to take our store down there for the Hyper Lab, and it was cool. Be amongst our community, our people.
Yeah, well, it was just an awesome initiative, man, from Pacificas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To sort of bring that into Western Sydney, down at the Wanderers.
Wanderers Club.
Yeah.
You know, it was, for me, bro, it was cool, but it was like, obviously the initiative was to bring awareness to health.
To health,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like they
yeah,
had
the
the
health
health
hub.
New South Wales Health Club there.
Getting your checks done.
Getting your checks and stuff like that. But I guess with all the food that they had there, like, silly, you know what I mean?
Counterproductive.
I got checked. So like, you had to do it. Yeah.
I got to check. Did you go?
Mate,
Someone had to man the
I
store.
was the first one.
I saw why someone was hosting.
Day one, I was the first one. Yeah.
First
but-
Monday.
The first Monday, the very first one. I was the first one because like they were just standing there. You know how they were inside the
Oh, that's when our tent was on top, eh?
yeah, we were on top. And then I go, oh, so what are you guys doing here? And that's when I found out. Oh, okay. And then she's like, you want to do it? I went, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So just, you know what I mean, just to get it started. So then as every week went on, you could see the push, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
People started
yeah.
getting their checks.
Yeah.
They started doing checks at the start, which is cool, man. But I like to have all the stores, just all the people
Yeah,
there.
Western
the,
Sydney, man, they
it
really
was-
put it on,
it was
honestly,
me.
man. Like all the vendors that came down and like the food stores and the apparel stores, the vendors, it was cool. Just seeing all our people out there, just coming and having a good time. You know, it was cool though. Like what they enjoyed was like it made Monday enjoyable for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, because on the
exactly,
weekend they're
yeah.
dreading going to work.
Yeah.
But then they were like, oh shit, night markets tonight.
Night
Yo,
markets on a
so
Monday.
Monday was easier to get through.
Didn't have to worry about dinner.
Yeah, didn't have to worry about
dinner
dinner.
was
sorted. Dinner, man.
You know what was hard for us because you only came on the last one, bro. We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
6 weeks of it, and we were eating good, like you know,
Yeah.
before we went to Bali. So we're like, "Flip, man, how we gonna?"
I know.
We're just doing the raw fish ones.
I just told this guy, I said, man, we can't say no to this food,
Yeah, I
bro. It is what it is.
So
just work
fast,
harder.
just fast all day, and then just eat that one time.
Got to socialize too, you know. So
I
part
think
of
that
it.
was the cool part, eh? Just like socializing and seeing
Just
all
seeing our people, man.
Yeah.
Like that was cool, bro. And like everyone getting involved in the community, you know what I mean? Like there was no drama, just people happy, just the vibes was mean.
Music was
The
on.
music was on.
I think when I was speaking to Julius, the Pacificas owner director, he was like, Wanderers were throwing them some money to try and build an initiative, try to build the game of soccer in Western Sydney.
For women, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah, it
women.
was for women,
He's
yeah.
like, easy, just food and music. Fuck, we'll pack it out.
Yeah.
His vision, like just like that.
Bro, that was
yeah.
bad.
So,
That was a cool event,
yeah,
man.
but then we also got to meet Mark and I got to meet like some other vendors. Like now we're like tight with. Like when we see them, hey, what's up, boys? You know.
All the food stores, eh?
All
Like Big Aloha.
now we like
Use some
Uncle
names.
Marcus. Yeah,
Yes.
everyone like we know everyone now. So
Saw a few of the local superstars.
But it's just cool to see other islanders, Pacific Islanders in business. You know what I mean? Even though, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're all businesses. So
yeah,
that was cool to see as well. Not just like us with all our merch stores and all that, but like to see all these food stores and all these other businesses that,
Yeah.
that are run and owned by Pacific Islanders, man.
yeah, that's always been a big punch for us. Say like
Especially for us, bro. That's what I've always sort of envisioned with the Hype Lab. You know, he's pushing that and seeing other Islanders and Pacific Islanders
Yeah.
and Māoris and Kiwis, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people that look like us in business, you know, because obviously for us, we've spoken about it before, bro. You know, like
been in this
Islanders
game,
being
man.
in business, man, you're not always going to get, you know, people supporting you. And like most of the time, bro, it comes from your family.
Yeah.
What do you know about that? What do you know about this?
Yeah.
You know, like when you're trying to do stuff. But I feel like now there's a switch now where, you know, it's not uncommon now to see all
Yeah.
these businesses now. You know what I mean?
You
You know, when we started back in 09, man, there was no one.
No, you wouldn't have.
You wouldn't know you spot them, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like now you can see it now. There's a shift. Like you see all these guys are confident in starting businesses. You know what I mean? They're learning more
A
about
lot of
business.
side hustles
Side
happening now.
hustles, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's like a new brand popping off nearly every week.
Yeah.
But you think about it, yeah, it's like our people are putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
We're not that type of people. We don't like to
yeah.
get embarrassed and, you know, we
Yeah,
don't
of
want to
course,
put
something
ourselves
to fail.
or someone to talk
Yeah.
about
Get
us, you
shoot
know what I
down
mean?
by
Yeah,
someone.
Shoot down, you know what I mean? So it's cool that people now, like our people have got the confidence to just like, you know what, fuck it.
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen, man. There's so many other guys doing it.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
can't we do
exactly.
it?
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
right.
Don't worry
Power
about
of
the
social
noise.
media.
Yeah.
And the more of these initiatives that you have in Western Sydney or wherever, like for Polynesian and Pacifica, like the better it is for everyone to go together,
Yeah.
rise together. I think
Rise
that's
together,
what
man.
Pacificast's vision is. You know, like why go alone? You can go together. Like everyone can win.
exactly.
You know, there's enough like food or money out there for everyone to sort of prosper and flourish off. So
100.
yeah. So what else is there to talk about?
A little bit about the new venture. It's a new venture for us, a new collab.
Yeah, collab. Come back from Oceania with Mark and Shaz. Shot to Bali with Ed. Come back from Bali, not even a week, and then shot back to New Zealand for Discipline Games. I just got back on Monday this week. But yeah, that was a real eye opener. The reason why I had to go back was Deech flew me back to sort of see the operational side of things, on how like the competition is run inside and out from start to finish. Obviously, because now we've partnered up with Deech and Lisa to bring discipline games to Australia, to Aussie. So we're collabing on this first one. It's going to be Power Trip, first weekend of Sydney. So yeah, dates have been dropped.
7th of September on a Saturday.
Homebush.
Howie Complex is, that's our venue. So make sure you check it out. You'll probably see it on our IGs, but yeah. Get ready, man. Power Trip. It's going to go off.
Sure. I think it's just a little bit of home. Kiwi feels, that vibe, bring it to Aussie. Like, when we say home, we don't say that like lightly, like Aussie's home. We're grateful to be here in Australia. Home is just, where we're born, when we're raised. Like, we get our cultural traits from. But yeah, we're excited to bring a bit of that to our new home, to Aussie. So yeah, if you know us, if you've known Mark and Shaz over the years of them being in CrossFit, come down and check out our comp. I'm sure those of you who do CrossFit want to jam it. But if you're not, man, trust me, come and feel these vibes. It's going to be awesome. It's something like you've never seen before. Oh, we hope so anyway.
Yeah, well, early birds will be dropping soon anyway, so there'll be
we're
details.
dropping early birds soon.
By the time you see this, they should have probably dropped.
Yeah, and that's going to be cool too, like having you on board, bro, because, obviously you coming from the challenge space, F45 space. What are you looking forward to the most for this comp, for us running it?
Well, I think it's just the team camaraderie, you know what I mean? So I'm just looking at the entertainment side, you know what I mean? Just people having fun, you know what I mean? It's always been about that, the fun, the vibes and everything. I think that what completes a game. I think everyone knows the workout aspect, everyone knows turn up, train, push yourself, compete.
It's always about the experience, bro. Like for me, I've done this guy, I've done a lot of comps together, you know what I mean, over the years. And it's always been about that, obviously the experience, the vibes, the people, just seeing people just, do things that they wouldn't normally do, you know what I mean? But you go up another level. Adrenaline just kicks in, bro, you know what I mean? And it's fun. It's a fun day. Yeah. It's a hard day, but it's a fun day, you know what I mean? So it's always good. And you get to test your fitness too. For those guys that, that do a lot of comps in there, that's their goal meantime.
I feel like the difference between like comps here in Aussie and what Deech's product is like is it's offering that games environment, but for all fitness levels. Where sort of here in Aussie, there is that, but it's more catered towards that 10% of the top athletes, in Australia. And, those guys live and breathe fitness, man, like.
It's an easy sell for
them. Like it's.
I think they do that. They do have that all here too, Gene, you know what I mean? The vibes are definitely similar, but it's just whoever, like obviously who's running it, it's how they portray, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can still get the same effect with some of these comps. I'm not trying to mock the other comps, you know what I mean?
I'm not saying that.
We're just saying that every comp is different.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm just saying the kind of difference with Deech in that is like they really emphasize the fact on their novice and beginners. And like they really throw the like everything at it to give them that full experience. Because essentially those are everyday CrossFitters. Those are the mums, the dads, the workers,
giving them an opportunity as well to be involved.
Because here, like, there's not even 10% of those high elite athletes that high skilled that can do those, that are RX elite. But to get those people involved and want to be, and enjoying themselves at a comp, giving them that experience of waiting in a lane, coming out in the archway, seeing their names, like, that was the cool thing about it. And I think that's what drew us to sort of work with Deech and Lisa to try and bring that that competition and that whole sort of discipline games umbrella to Australia. So excited about that. There's a lot of work that's got to be done between now and September, obviously. We got to go back in June, eh? Or Power Trip
So that'll be cool. Be good to see the actual comp they will bring in here.
The product.
To see how the product, to see how they run it and that. But it speaks for itself, but we already know what the product is, what the branding is, with discipline events. So it'd be cool just to see it and then just see what these guys are going to be getting here in Sydney in September, man. Just can't wait.
Yeah, so all our New Zealand customers and our followers and our fans and our families, we're coming back in June for Power Trip in the Mount. I think that's Matariki weekend in June, so we'll see you guys then. We'll be coming home with full crew, setup, content, so we get to see that's the actual product that we're bringing here. So Power Trip. So that's the news on that front. We're going to be sort of looking after Discipline Australia for Deech and Lisa. Another collab to add to million collabs that we're doing at the moment.
Yeah, well, it's just opportunities, bro, I guess, for us.
Yeah.
Like we said, bro, like we always wanted to do our own comp, you know what I mean? So this is still like a good avenue for us to sort of like just see how it's done.
Bro, just released today. Let's talk about fish, man. Obviously, you're not a Warriors supporter, so you can just find your way out the door.
Like you said, bro, just another boring signing.
Just
We did
I
sign
hate
that.
signing the best players.
Didn't the Bunnies sign David Ferner? We're on the up, man. We're on the
Nah,
up.
but on the reals though,
Surprised, bro.
Bro, honest.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was surprised as I was
they
like,
kept that under the radar for really well, eh?
bro, he's still at 2 years. So obviously they've released him early, you know what I mean, to start with us next year. So
But
it's a good swap.
I've been following his like social media, and I think he's been going home a bit.
Going home a bit, yeah.
Maybe for personal reasons. Obviously, I think there was a funeral that he had to go for, and maybe that has triggered like wanting to go back home.
I spoke to Webby.
Oh, what did Webby say?
Yeah, no, I said, bro, since AFB's going home, you might want to just hit up Fishy. Just a quick swap.
Bro, you know us, man. Any news wise for the Warriors, bro? Fuck, we froth, bro. Like,
What a gun swap, though.
Bro, what a
that's
swap,
what I
bro.
was saying.
Bro.
You lose AFB after this year, and then you gain
Hey,
fish.
Fish.
Bro. I
Best
just
forward
hope
in the
they-
world.
I know.
I hope they re-sign Sean Johnson for 1 more year, give him 1 more year contract, and Roger stays. Then we'll really have a crack. If we can't
yeah.
do it this year,
Nah, back to
Nah,
back.
back to
back,
apparently.
prelims.
Back, apparently.
Back to back. You heard it here first. I've always wanted to do that.
oh, do you want to do it again?
You heard it here first.
Just in case.
Back to back, man.
So yeah, that's the
Note the date,
Waz.
man, the time.
What else is there? Oh, our new merch.
Oh, yeah, new merch dropping this
Ed,
Friday.
Yep, dust it off.
Dust it.
Yeah.
I'm wearing one of the hoodies. The boys are wearing a couple of the
T-shirts,
tees. We got some more stuff that we're going to be dropping as well, some hats. So yeah, by the time you see this,
Yeah, they should be online.
Online.
you should
Ready to
be
go.
having those add to carts and should be paying it
hard.
right now.
Winter's coming, so yeah, that's what we're gonna be dropping some hoodies, some tees. I think we've got some new caps coming.
Yep. Socks. We
yeah.
got some new socks coming.
Up the Waz. Sorry to all our customers that have been hitting us up for Up the Waz. Like all our large XL, even our mediums are all gone. So we're getting them restocked in about maybe 3 to 4 weeks. They're currently getting made now in China. But yeah, that's the update on all our merch. So we still got all our drinks for sale on our online. Apologies to all our New Zealand customers. We can't get them to you because shipping is just ridiculous. We're trying to figure out a way to get a distributor over there to sort you guys out. We're in the midst of trying
Hopefully
to
we
sort
got
that.
some new flavors coming soon. So
Yes,
in the
need some new
process,
flavors.
in the process.
But yeah, that's basically now you guys up to scratch on why we haven't shot a potty in a while. But we'll be getting out to a few gyms too to do our vlogs. So shout out to all the gyms that have had us so far. Just at the top of my head, Never Quit, Seek,
Park.
Hybrid. Yeah, so there's a couple there. We've got a few more in store. Looking forward to shooting
That'll be
those.
all year round, dude. That's our gym series,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. But I
That'll
feel
be
like
all
we
year
should do more of this. Just shoot the breeze and talk shit. Get some guests
Shoot
on
the breeze,
here.
you right?
Yeah.
Hey?
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Shoot
why
the
not?
breeze?
Shoot the
Or-
breeze, man. Hey, welcome to our new podcast. Shoot the breeze.
Or welcome to our new segment, Keen for the fucking mess. No,
Oh, is there one extra, eh?
Always, eh?
We're here.
sorry,
Yeah.
man. I'm sorry.
You're not here
Always
yet.
take it
We're not
too
here
far.
yet, man.
My bad.
We're not here yet, okay?
My bad,
It's our
my
first one for the year. Relax.
Yeah, okay. My bad. Sorry.
sorry.
But
Yeah, a bit excited.
I think that's pretty much everything that was spoken about. Just sort of catching you guys up on what we've been doing, where we've been at, what we've been missing. But definitely, I think this is something that we're going to be doing on a regular, just in terms of content for us.
Yeah, for sure. Just keeping people updated, talking about where we are in terms of a business, pushing our happiness chemicals, encouraging movement, chasing your happiness. That's what we're doing. So obviously we talk about the travel and the family and all that, but at the end of the day, everything that we even in this warehouse because of you guys. You guys keep buying our stuff and sharing our stuff, and so we're so grateful and for all the love and support that you guys have showed us since we started this. So I think that's a wrap up for us, bro.
It's all right, man.
Thanks for Ed for jumping on our potty today.
No worries, boys.
Shot, Edwin.
Yeah, definitely won't be the last, but
You'll see more.
Few
yeah.
jabs now and
Welcome to the 40s.
Welcome to the clubs.
then. Welcome to
40
the
and
club.
fabulous.
Looking forward to it. 40's the new
Oh,
30.
and a quick shout out to my man Walter too. That one of my boys back home who hooked me up with my Otara Scorpions bucket. So I thought I'll rock it today just to say thank you and shout out to the Otara Scorpions.
Yes, sir. And like always, get a dose, baby.
Saw you last night, but did it all day. Yeah, a lot of murk caught me in a hard way. Got a sticky and I keep it at my dog's place. Girl, I left you loving magic, now it's all shade. Still going bad on you.